because we are coming out of a 5-year suspension of imports, which was our main product. At the same time, if you look at the people of our country, like from 2019 to 22 and 24, if you take the last 5 years, they too have been going through a rough patch. If you take the inflation, cumulative inflation is over 100% easily. The rupee depreciation of around 65% has impacted the cost of living as well as other areas. And if you take the salary increases, if you take a 10% on average increase, it's about 50%. And on top of that, the people were taxed with additional pay tax and other tax methods as well. So ultimately, the disposable income would have actually gone negative in most of the people. And to survive the last 5 years, a lot of people would have dipped at the mass level. I mean, a lot of people would have dipped into their savings. So that creates a bit of a tough situation at the home front. So from the masses' point of view, they would have also been expecting something positive for the people to look forward to going to go forward. So I suppose the salary increase, what has been proposed on the government end, does 40% somewhere around 15,000 rupees from 25 to 40,000 rupee salary increases. That definitely would give some sort of thing towards the public servants, as well as the pay tax adjustments that the government is looking at is definitely welcomed by the people for sure, which will help the people to have some sort of like flexibility in their spending patterns. The development bank, as Timal mentioned, definitely is I think something positive, because the SMEs has been contributing quite a lot to the economy, and the SMEs have been trickling the money there. Whatever they are doing, the money trickles into the rural economies. If you look at last year, I think the poverty ratios, urban poverty went up from 6% to 18%. Rural sector poverty went up from 15% to 32%. So that's a substantial hike in poverty. So SMEs churning and supporting SMEs would definitely help that part as well to get some money into the rural areas as well. I think the fiscal discipline and the well-being of people is supposed to be the vision of the budget. And I think I heard the minister saying that the growth, it's a growth-driven budget, which is quite good actually. And I noted that the tourism, the export income, the government is looking at 19 billion. So definitely there will be a surplus BOP, and that's being supported with around 10 million from remittances and tourism income. I think overall it should be in a very good position. Related to the industry, one thing we noted was dedicated industrial parks for component manufacturing and exports, as well as vehicle manufacturing. I think that's a very good step in the right direction. The global component export market is over 400 billion, and the government is looking at 2 billion in the next few years, which is only 20.25% of the total market, which is easily doable. So I think these are steps in the right direction, and definitely if, as the other panelists mentioned, if whatever that is planned is implemented properly, definitely we could see some positive impacts to the country and the people.